Do you feel too scared to throw yourself into the dating world? Today, we're talking about the journey from single to truly ready for love, and I'll give you some great tips along the way. Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Elen, clinical psychologist and relationships expert. Some of us think we're ready to start dating, but if we're honest, we might be in the maybe someday mindset. The Stages of Change model, developed by Prochaska and colleagues, is a framework that helps us understand the steps we go through when making significant life change, like opening up to love. Stage 1, pre-contemplation. Nope, not for me. The first stage is pre-contemplation, which is basically the I don't need to change phase. If you're here, you're comfortable in your single life, maybe even happily solo. Love, who needs it? You're in this stage if the idea of a relationship doesn't even make it onto your radar. There are a few reasons you might be in pre-contemplation. Number 1, reluctance. You're not interested in making any change and you're perfectly comfortable with how things are. Maybe you don't even see the benefits of being in a relationship. 2, rebellion. For the fiercely independent types, you're resistant to the idea of a relationship just because you can be. Love feels like a threat to your freedom. 3, resignation. If you've had tough experiences, you might feel like love isn't on the cards and you stop looking altogether. 4, rationalizing. You've convinced yourself logically that staying single is better. Relationships are just too much work, or I'm happier alone. If this sounds like you, that's okay. The goal here isn't to push you out of this stage, but to create some awareness. Sometimes just knowing why you're resistant can plant a seed for change down the line. Stage 2, contemplation. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Next, we move to contemplation, or the classic yes and no stage. This is where you're starting to consider the idea of a relationship. You might think, well, partner could be nice, but also my solo life is comfortable. There's a lot of ambivalence here. In contemplation, you're weighing the pros and cons, thinking about the benefits of love, but also the risks. It's the stage where you might have a dating app downloaded, but it's just gathering dust because you're not too sure if you're ready to commit. This stage can be uncomfortable and frustrating as you're constantly going back and forth. My advice? Start asking yourself questions about why you're hesitant. Often, uncovering your fears can help you move forwards. And remember, there's no rush. Ambivalence is normal when thinking about big life changes. Stage 3, preparation. Yes, but now we get to the preparation stage, which is where you're saying, okay, I'm ready for a relationship, kind of, but maybe not today. You recognize that love could be fulfilling, but you're still procrastinating a little. You're starting to think, I'll get serious about dating once I finish that big project, or next month, or after the holidays, or after I lose weight. In the preparation stage, you're often testing the waters. You might start talking to friends about setting you up or browse dating apps, but you haven't fully committed. There's still a bit of hesitation. Those yes, but thoughts are holding you back. Here's a tip. Take one small action. It doesn't have to be a big, grand gesture. Maybe it's saying yes to one date or joining one singles event. Baby steps can help you build momentum and ease into the idea of a real connection. Stage 4, action. Yes, I'm doing this. Now we're getting somewhere. The action stage is where you're actively working towards finding love. You're going on dates, meeting new people, and putting in the effort. This is where change becomes visible. You're making progress, putting yourself out there, and actually enjoying the process. But a word of caution. The action stage isn't always smooth sailing. You might face setbacks like disappointing dates or fears creeping back in. This is completely normal. Think of it as building an emotional muscle. You're growing with each experience. Don't let a bad date or two discourage you. Keep reminding yourself why you're on this journey and focus on enjoying each step. Stage 5, maintenance. I have changed. Finally, we get into maintenance. This is when you've established a new pattern, being open to love and genuinely prioritizing relationships in your life. You're now regularly dating, being vulnerable, and learning about yourself and others. This stage usually happens after you've been actively working on change for a while. Some say around 6 months. But here's the tricky part. Complacency can creep in. It's easy to fall back into old habits, especially if you hit a dry spell or face discouraging moments. My advice? Keep nurturing that openness to love and stay connected to your why. If you're truly invested in finding a partner, keep making space for love, even when the journey feels long. So there you have it, the stages of change on the journey from single to ready for love. Whether you're in pre-contemplation, still comfortable on your own, or deep in the action stage, every phase has value. This journey is about growing and aligning with what you truly want in a way that feels natural. Thank you for joining me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which stage you think you're in and what's been the most helpful tip for you. Until next time, keep embracing each stage of your journey with openness and curiosity.